The Detroit Tigers are taking on the Dodgers tonight. Chavez Ravine. Dodgers
Wonder where
back
you're
at
going
home.
here.
We got the battle of Tylers in this game. Tyler Alexander, Tyler Anderson, none really great. Dodgers heavy favorite, minus 230. Total in this game, 8.5. Shaded to the under, minus 120 to the under. Base winner. Talk to us about the Dodgers.
Oh gosh, I really like this matchup. This Dodgers offense versus Tyler Alexander, who I have 139th out of 150 pitchers. And then it is a battle of Tylers. Tyler Anderson, I'm not like down on him, but I only have him 4% better than the average pitcher. The bottom line for me is I'm going to play this game over. The model has it priced at 10 runs. You could still get it at 8.5. And what another thing that's interesting about this game is the stuff plus numbers for Tyler Alexander 6%, which is second worst on the board today, and then Tyler Anderson only in the 26th percentile. So we get an advantage there. And then I was kind of lucky today when I opened the weather page up on my site, and this is something where you can get backdoored. You know, I put this play out last night, and maybe if the wind's blowing in at Dodger Stadium or they have some kind of cloud cover, you could get kind of backdoored with the weather. But in this case, all systems go with the over. I've got runs being scored 12% better than average with this compared with the stadium games like this at Dodger Stadium with these particular weather patterns. And then the BBK is up at 16% better than average, which is a good offensive number as well. So you throw it in the mixer, and I'm gonna bang the over here. You know, I think this is the Apple Plus game of the night. So excited about Apple Plus too. I liked what they've done with the graphics and the video quality is just tremendous. So this will be an exciting game to watch and to root for a lot of runs to come in.
All right, Jeff, you got the analytical mixer there. Go ahead.
Yeah, I always love when things go into the mixer. You gotta love that. You know, whenever you hear the
What's
mixer,
better, a mixer or a blender? I'm wondering. You know.
Yeah, I don't know. For body parts, I would say the mixer probably if we're on that conversation still. But yes, I love the mixer. I like this play actually. You know, it's hard to bet overs right now in baseball, but I've spotted a couple. I had one Phillies over last week that came in. I like this one. I think it's a great play by Mark. I would have some interest in maybe even a first 5 over just to kind of focus on these two pitchers because we obviously know Mr. Alexander's not going to get many people out. This Dodger offense, the best in baseball, and I don't think it's really close. We also have to just give some respect to the Tigers against left-handed pitching. You look at it, 150 at-bats combined. They're 41 for 150, 709 OPS against lefties. I think they could get to Tyler Anderson a little bit here as well. I guess the concern on only a full game over, if I had one, would just be you hope the Dodgers bullpen doesn't come in, and this is like 5-2 in the 7th inning, and they just come in and shut the door completely. But, you know, also, I think a Dodger team total's 4.5 at BetUS. All we need is a Dodger average tonight against an awful pitcher and a pretty bad bullpen. So, yeah, I think Mark's onto something here. You know, good. You're going to get good weather out in LA. So yeah, I like this play. Good for him.
Yeah, you're not going to get either pitcher that's going to go deep. I mean, Anderson hasn't given up more than 2 runs this year in any start, but Davey Roberts does not like to go deep with him for some reason. I was shocked that he actually went, you know, with Buehler and he went the distance the other day. That was outstanding to see, but shocking for Roberts. But you know, with Anderson, he's a Las Vegas kid. He's always on a leash for some reason. And you look at Alexander, I'm not crazy about him. I mean, he's coming off a really bad outing where he gave up 5 earned runs, 8 hits, in 3 1/3. Remember, here's another team. Detroit has lost 5 in a row. Now I understand, you know, for your over betting, Mark, I kind of like the fact that, you know, the Tigers have been hitting a little bit, but they've been stranding runners. They stranded 12 runners on base yesterday. One of the reasons why they've lost 5 in a row. But yeah, Dodgers have lost 2 in a row. So it goes back to my play. I'm not going to be involved in the total here. I never like overs at Dodger Stadium, especially, you know, when the sun goes down and just that ball does. It's a big difference from day baseball and even, you know, from the 7 o'clock hour to about 7:45 p.m. local time. I mean, it gets a little chill and the ball does not carry. So I'm always afraid to play night game overs at Dodger Stadium. But to my play, Dodgers have lost 2 in a row. They're not going to lose 3 in a row. what is the best remedy here? The Tigers are coming to town. I'm laying it with the Dodgers and banking on that offense. Really bangs Alexander around. So lock BaseWinner in for the over in this game. Jeff, I'm not sure if you're going to jump in.
I'll
just
well. I might play a team total personally, but I'm just gonna.
8.5 guys is a big number for Dodger Stadium, and Mark, that's exactly why you're getting even money here, which you're getting good value. But 8.5 is a dicey number for Dodger Stadium. 230, I'm gonna lay with the Dodgers. They're winning tonight.
But again, TC, here's the thing. I mean, let's kind of just think about this with both plays. I mean, we have to think. I mean, the Dodgers probably scored 5 or 6 runs. I mean, this is not a good pitcher for Detroit. This is not a good bullpen. And as I said, I mean, I'd hope they could score 3 or 4, Detroit. They're good against left-handed pitching. I guess that, like I said, is the reason I would, if I had to play this game, I would look towards the first 5 and just kind of, I want to take the Dodgers bullpen out of this just because I don't think they're going to give many runs up. I want this matchup, if I'm Detroit, against Tyler Anderson. Because I think they can hit him. But, I mean, I hear you. But
Jeff, I think, you bring up a really good point. I actually may, I'm not going to change it for this show, but I think I might go to the window today. And I rarely do this with team totals, but I think the Dodgers offense, explodes today. And I was even tempted to play the run line in this game as well, too. I'm not crazy, as you guys know, about run lines, but in a situation like this, I just think the Dodgers, they're not going to lose 3 in a row. I really don't believe that. And I think they're going to explode. I mean, again, we've talked about this lineup. I mean, Mark's talked about it. I've talked about it. We've all talked about it. I mean, they're stacked. I mean, they're stacked 1 through 7, 1 through 8. This might be a good, I'm going to take a page from your book, Jeff, about taking betting the Dodgers over the team total.
One thing I couldn't, again, the good thing about team totals is, I mean, they could lose 11-5 here and you'd still win. So that's the great thing about team totals.
That's it. Yeah.
TC, I think that's a good idea. One of the things that my model does as far as the total calculation goes is it takes into account the fact that the Dodgers will probably be winning in the 9th inning. So they're only going to get 8 at bats. Having said that, it still projects 5.89 runs, and I'm showing it 4.5. So I would totally agree with you on the Dodgers team total. I think that's a decent way to go.
It might be actually the better way to play it, but